Brandon Judge versus Jack Lazarus. All hell has broken loose in the ring. Oh God, he broke him! Suplex from the top of the cage. Are you kidding me? It's over! It's over! We have a new champion of the world!
Today's episode of Wrestling News Today is brought to you by Wrestling GM. Available on Android and iOS on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Get ready to embark on a GM experience you've never had before. Hey, how's it going, folks? Well, today's edition, Wrestling News Today, Friday, January 15th. We just finished some SmackDown, and we do have a change in the main event of the 2021 Royal Rumble, which is just a few weeks away. And the main event was originally supposed to be Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns. Tonight they had a contract signing earlier in the show. It was said that the match would be a last man standing match ahead of the contract signing that did close out the show. Well, at the end of the show, Roman Reigns signed a contract, and then as Adam Pearce was walking up the entrance ramp, he started to hobble a bit, grabbing at his knee. He took the microphone and said, "Hey, I think I'm injured. Must be some old injury coming back now." And he did mention that all standard WWE match contracts do say card subject to change. And he did have someone in mind that would replace him at the Royal Rumble, and it was Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens came out and then signed on the dotted line. So Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship will happen at Royal Rumble. And as far as the actual Royal Rumble match, we do have some new entrants that were declaring themselves on SmackDown. Let's go through the men's Royal Rumble competitors so far. We have Daniel Bryan, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Otis, The Miz, Jey Uso, and Cesaro. On the women's side, we have Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Mandy Rose, and Dana Brooke. The only other match that is confirmed is Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg for the WWE Championship. Let's move on to some changes with WWE's pay-per-view dates. Originally, the Royal Rumble was supposed to be on the 24th of January. They changed that 1 week later to the 31st, so now it's on the 31st. Well, according to PW Insider, Elimination Chamber, that date was supposed to be on the 28th of February. It has now changed to the 21st. That is the new date of February. And as far as WrestleMania 37 goes, WrestleVotes spoke a few months ago about WWE possibly changing the date from the 28th to sometime in April. Well, Fightful has confirmed an internal schedule does have WrestleMania now on April 11th. As always, these schedules can change, but as of right now, it is April 11th for WrestleMania 37. WWE has yet to announce a new location. It's not likely going to be in Los Angeles. A few months back, there was reports that it would be at in Tampa at the Raymond James Stadium. So I guess we'll just have to wait for an official announcement from WWE on that. Just to follow up, Ricochet, we spoke about it yesterday in regards to his contract. Dave Meltzer did revealed during the latest the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter that Ricochet's contract ends in 2024. He signed a 5-year deal in 2019 before he went to the main roster. So his original deal in 2018 was, I guess, an NXT deal. Then he signed a full 5-year deal in 2019. It does end in 2024, so Ricochet isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Big change for Impact Wrestling. Hard to Kill pay-per-view is happening tomorrow night, and they did announce today that Alex Shelley of the Motor City Machine Guns will not be at the Hard to Kill pay-per-view. He was originally scheduled to team him alongside his partner with Kenny Omega with Rich Swann versus Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. That has now been changed to Rich Swann, Chris Sabin, and Moose versus Kenny Omega, the Good Brothers. So Impact Wrestling didn't specify why he could not appear this weekend. All they did state it is due to unavoidable circumstances. As far as the Hard to Kill pay-per-view goes, the final match card as of now does have that main event: Rich Swann, Chris Sabin, and Moose versus Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. Then we have Havoc and Nevaeh versus Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz. It's for the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championship. We have Manic versus Chris Bay versus Rohit Raju. Triple threat for the X Division Championship. We have Deonna Purrazzo versus Taya Valkyrie. For the Impact Knockouts Championship, we have Eric Young, Diener, and Joe Doring versus Cousin Jake, Rhino, and Tommy Dreamer in an old school rules 6-man tag match. And then in a barbed wire massacre match, we have Sami Callihan versus Eddie Edwards. In a singles match, we have Ethan Page versus the Karate Man. And then an intergender match, we have Rosemary and Crazy Steve versus Tennille Dashwood and Caleb with a K. And to start things off, there's Brian Myers versus Josh Alexander. One last thing before we get going, Matt Cardona did file a new trademark with the United States Patent and Trademark Office for the phrase MC True Long Island Story. For those who remember his time in WWE as Zack Ryder, you may remember the YouTube series Z True Long Island Story. That was owned by WWE, so it looks like he might be doing something new under the MC True Long Island Story name. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how that does pan out. As always, thanks for listening. You can listen to all episodes on your favorite podcast app, whether that's Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or you can listen here on YouTube, and make sure to subscribe and hit the follow and notification button on whatever app you are on. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.